Ilia, stop running, Ilia. Stop running, Ilia.
Good boy. I'll make it quick, no worries. Good boy.
Arman Tsarukyan is targeting Ilia Topuria. The moment Ilia stepped up to Arman's division, the Armenian-Russian lightweight had one goal in mind: to fight the unbeaten Spaniard. Arman viewed Ilia as a rival down the line and started laying out that narrative prior to most fans realizing what was going on. Even while Topuria was concentrated on featherweights, Arman was paying attention.
Ilia Topuria said he may be done at featherweight and he wants to move up to lightweight. What do you think of that?
I'm happy because new name in our division, and he's tough. He's a champ in 145, and it's always good when you get new name in your division, and especially like Ilia Topuria.
Would you have any issues fighting him?
I mean, it's a business, of course. If I'm gonna be a champ and he wants to fight for the belt, of course I'll fight it. For me, to be honest, doesn't matter. I just focus on Islam right now, and then we'll talk about all fights.
Ilia Topuria, however, isn't in a hurry. Even after repeatedly being called out, he appears hesitant to offer Arman a chance at his belt, and Arman's not quieting down. He's turning up the heat with trash talk and witty shots squarely at Ilia. Rather than paying respect to the champion, Arman is acting as if he's just another target.
Ilia, stop running, Ilia. Stop running, Ilia.
Good boy. I'll make it quick, no worries. Good boy.
This one is personal for Arman. He truly believes there is nobody more deserving of a title shot than him, not even Paddy Pimble. The hype over others is all noise. Arman sees himself as the most complete fighter in the division. He's not pursuing clout or attempting to reignite drama. He seeks acknowledgement.
No. You gotta delete him from the rankings even. He's not even deserved to be in top 10.
So if he wants to assure his title shot, he has to fight with Justin Gaethje, because if he fights with Arman, I think that Arman's gonna beat him.
He beat last three guys. It was Chandler. He had 3 losses. It was Bobby Green. He had 3-4 losses. It was Tony Ferguson. He had 8 losses. That's crazy. And like, you wanna bring that guy to fight for the title is just I don't know. Crazy. 3-0, 8-0, 2-0.
Arman did not stop with words alone. He went into full detail on how he would defeat Topuria. He said that though Ilia packs power and speed, his approach is predictable. Arman says he'd pull Ilia out to deep waters, try his gas tank, and wear him down.
Вот очень многие отмечают, что у Ильи очень отличная защита от тейкдаунов, и он умеет вставать, если там его перевели. А вот как ты считаешь, учитывая твой уровень борьбы, феноменальный, я бы сказал, уровень борьбы, смог бы ты продержать Топурию вот раунд на земле?
Однозначно, я думаю, что смог бы. Перевести точно перевел бы, но он такой маленький, короткий, ему таких, наоборот, тяжело удерживать. Перевести перевел бы, но вот удержать 5 минут, не знаю. Бою увидим. Ну, я люблю работать локтями, мне не нужно там все 5 минут держать его, если я попаду один раз хорошо локтем, и мне уже будет намного легче драться.
To support it, Arman broke down his strengths in detail. He spoke about his constant pressure, his chain wrestling, and his octagon control. He states that these are aspects Ilia never had to contend with. Whereas Topuria finishes guys quickly with knockouts, Arman feels that he excels when battles turn dirty and grueling. He asserts that Ilia loses it under pressure and freaks out on the ground.
I mean, he's a good striker. Not good striker, he's a good boxer. But I feel like myself, I'm a better like MMA fighter than him, because I have more. I'm more skilled than him. I got good kicks, knees, you know, like wrestling setup, boxing with wrestling against the cage, grappling, everything. He has just good. He has good boxing, and that's all. So
things took a turn for the worse when Arman and Ilia began spewing insults at one another on Twitter. The two went back and forth with insults and calls out in a typical MMA internet feud. Fans quickly took sides, some supporting Ilia's cockiness and others appreciating Arman's confidence. It wasn't hype any longer. It was becoming a legitimate grudge. All of that was happening as Arman also gave fans an update on his training camp. He talked about adjustments he's made, what he's worked on, and how he's stepping his game up under his new coach. He's working on quicker transitions, striking precision, and explosive takedowns. He states that his ultimate ambition is to become an entire fighter and knock out anyone who gets in his way, Ilia, Paddy, or anyone else. He wishes to be irreproachable, and with the way he's progressing, he may just achieve that. MMA legend Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson entered the fray, and he shocked fans by supporting Ilia. In DJ's view, Ilia has the potential and timing to finish Arman in early. He thinks Tsarukyan's style makes him vulnerable on entries, and that Ilia can catch clean. DJ went so far as to say that Arman has never experienced a punch like Topuria's. That level of KO threat, he added, makes Ilia an actual threat. It was a high-risk opinion, and it generated controversy in the MMA community.
Like, I don't think he's just going to risk going into where Arman's good just to prove a point.
No, I think he's going to knock Arman out. I don't think he cares to wrestle with anybody. I think he's going to get himself to the right spot and try to knock everybody out.
But no less legendary, Kabib Nurmagomedov joined Arman's side. Kabib opined that Arman's grappling-oriented style is just the kind to haunt Ilia with nightmares. Kabib's view was that Arman's pressure, conditioning, and concentration were ideal assets to shut down Topuria's power. Kabib does not use flattery carelessly, so when he says Arman can win, people heed. His backing provided Tsarukyan extra boost, particularly from Dagestani and Russian supporters who view Arman as the future sensation.
Как ты считаешь, кто опаснее сейчас для Ислама Махачева, Арман Tsarukyan или Илья Topuria?
Мое личное мнение, не то чтобы там опасен, скажем так, более конкурентен. Я думаю, что Tsarukyan. Я думаю, Арман посерьезнее боец, чем Topuria. Topuria хороший боец в 66, а в 70 мы его не видели. Я считаю, что Арман более конкурентоспособный для ислама, чем Topuria.
Despite having astringent names backing him, Arman's future is not secure. The UFC has a memory, and Arman has not always been in favorable terms with Dana White. Whether it was arguments, missed chances, or issues behind the scenes, Arman has not been Dana's golden child. And that counts. In a money and storybook-driven business, being on the boss man's good side can make or break all of it. Arman currently fighting in and out of the octagon to obtain what he desires.
With Arman Tsarukyan weighing in as the backup, is he getting back in the good graces with you and the...
Well, it's not about getting back in the good graces. It's about, the guy had the opportunity to fight for a title and didn't make weight. It's just, you couldn't up anything worse than that. But he proved, now that he's not fighting for the title and he was here as a backup fighter, he made weight, so it's definitely a step in the right direction.
When questioned about what he'd do if the title opportunity doesn't become a reality, Arman didn't think twice. He replied that he wants Justin Gaethje. To Arman, Gaethje is another top-tier name, another battle, and yet again an opportunity to assert himself. He doesn't want to wait and sit around. He craves violence, and he knows defeating someone like Justin would be a massive statement to Dana, to the people, and to the whole division. It would be a non-title fight with title-level consequences, and Arman desires that fire.
If it's not title fight, it's probably Gaethje, or Pimble, or Hooker. I don't know.
How do you see the fight going with Gaethje? How do you match up against everybody? Yeah, go ahead.
With Gaethje, it's a good fight. He's a good striker, but he used to be wrestler, so now he strikes more. But it's good fight for me. All of them is good fight for me, so it's easy money.
But Justin Gaethje has other intentions. He desires a title shot against Ilia as well. Gaethje feels winning against Topuria would earn him another title opportunity and an opportunity to ride off into the sunset with the UFC. He's made it plain, he's not afraid of anyone. He's got a ton of respect for Arman, but what he wants right now is that belt. And if the UFC prefers his celebrity appeal over Arman's toughness, Gaethje could make a big jump. And that's one Arman won't let slide.
I thought 2, but now 3, with Max having a big win. It's me, Arman, or Max, I would assume, that has to fight him if he's going to fight. If he's not going to fight this, who knows what's going to happen. But, for me, I've peace, and now I just feel like I need to train, work out, and I'm gonna fight all of these guys are really good. I'm fighting the best guys in the world, so I know that's gonna be something that's a challenge that I'm gonna have in the future, and I hope it's Ilia. I hope it's in November. I hope it's in Madison Square Garden.
Jorge Masvidal interjected with his take and made it loud and clear. Gamebred declared that Ilia would flatline Justin Gaethje. In Jorge's opinion, Justin's free-spirited fighting style would be ideal for Ilia to take advantage of. He is confident that the Spaniard would catch a clean shot and put Justin out early. It wasn't a hot take, it was a warning. Masvidal is a friend close to the UFC circle, and his comment certainly fueled the fire over who should be Ilia's next opponent.
His power, he hits harder than Islam, I'm telling you. He hits harder than almost every 55er there. It's because a lot of it's genetic, but his technique is legit along with his genetics that God gave him. So, man, he could win the belt, I'm telling you, and defend that belt. He could do some rock star shit at that weight class. Like a guy like Gaethje that just won, I think he would flatline Gaethje.
Yeah.
He'll put Gaethje in a coma. They don't want to see him do that, bro. They don't want to see him end their poster boy Gaethje like that, because you'll end Gaethje.
In the meantime, the division's wildcard, Paddy Pimble, is making waves. The British lightweight stated that he wants Ilia Topuria next. He thinks Ilia would go too far with his trash talk and that he wouldn't accept that level of disrespect. For Paddy, pride comes into play, and with such a huge following, the UFC might be inclined to put him in there. Paddy versus Ilia would be a mess, and Paddy knows how to market a fight. If he's prepared is an entirely different question.
He's a very good all-round fighter, lad. That's one thing what I always say, like I respect him as a fighter, and he doesn't respect me. I genuinely think if he fought me, he wouldn't train as hard. He just thinks he'd beat me. You know what I mean? I don't think he'd put as much hard work and dedication into his fight camps. He's on a legendary run, lad. He's knocked fucking Walk, Holloway and Oliveira out 3 fights on the bounce, lad. That's an unbelievable last 3 fights. I still think he wouldn't have knocked Volk out if Volk didn't take the fight too quick, like after getting a kick by Islam.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would kick him everywhere, like I am Steven Gerrard in 2005. in the Champions League.
Already, some fans believe disrespect has begun. During Ilia's visit to Joe Rogan's podcast, Joe questioned him regarding Paddy. Ilia bashed Paddy's skill set, his fights, and even his personality. It came across as personal. However, others said Ilia was simply telling the truth, breaking down Paddy's flaws without any sugarcoating. Whether facts or fire, the word was the same. Ilia does not rate Paddy, and if that fight ever occurs, there won't be a handshake before or after.
What about Paddy Pimble, though?
He did a great job.
He did a great job.
He did what he had to do.
He did.
But for me, it's like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. For me, Chandler, he never was a extraordinary fighter. He was like average level of fighter. Like, who did he beat, like, in the UFC?
Dan Hooker and Tony Ferguson.
Dan Hooker. Yeah.
Dan Hooker's a good fighter.
Ilia himself attested to that enmity. He didn't try to conceal it. Asked if he'd prefer to fight Paddy, he replied categorically, Ilia wishes to end the hype, destroy the star power, and remind everyone who's the actual killer at lightweight. He views Paddy as a soft paycheck and a good beatdown. That sort of arrogance only stokes the fire. Now, all 3 of the contenders, Arman, Gaethje, and Paddy, have their eyes on Ilia, but only one will face him next, and that choice might just alter the entire division.
Paddy Pimble did come in the cage tonight. Is that the fight that you want more than anything else?
Yes. Yes, that's the fight that I want. Because with Charles, I had a little bit difficult situation because I really like the guy, you know? He's a really great human being. You can hate him. You always see him surrounded by his family, friends, teammates. He's an amazing human being. But at the end, I was like, this is competition. I have to do my job, and that's it. But with Paddy, I'm really gonna enjoy kicking him.
Tell us who you want to see Topuria face next, and don't miss out on subscribing for all the war chatter, training cuts, and fight drama.